Hi everyone, so today we're going to be continuing our discussion on the method of FOIL for expanding a product of two binomial factors. So let's get started with a quick example. This is most likely going to be reviewed for those who've watched the first video, but just to get things rolling. So let's just do this quick example. So we have 2x plus 3 times x minus 2. And we want to use the method of FOIL. So we have F, O, I, and L. Okay. So first, this is the first term of each of the factors. So that's 2x and x. 2x times x, which is 2 times x, which is 2 times x squared. O is the outer terms, so that's this term and this term. So that's 2x times negative 2, which is negative 4x, because 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 times x. Okay, and then I is inner. The inner terms are here. So we have positive 3 and positive x. So we have 3 times x, and that's 3x. And finally, we have last. Whoops, sorry about that. At last. So that'd be this term, this term, the last term of each of the factors. So that's 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6. Then now once we have all these components, we just add them up. So we have 2x squared minus 4x plus 3x minus 6. And we can combine these two terms together to get negative 4x plus 3x, which is negative 1x. And then we just bring down the other terms. And so we get that this is expanded to 2x squared minus x minus 6. Okay. So now let's go on to another example. In this example, I'm going to just start adding sort of different flavors of how you might be using FOIL. So let's get started with that. Okay, so let's do FOIL continued here. FOIL continued. So now let's say we're given the example 2x plus 3 squared. Okay, so remember that this the squared here means that the term 2x plus 3 is multiplied twice. Oh, whoops. Multiplied twice. So then this is equal to 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. Okay, so let's do FOIL for this example here. So first let's get the first terms. So that's 2x and 2x here. So we have 2x times 2x. So 2 times 2 is 4, and x times x is x squared. Then next we have outer, so that's going to be 2x here and positive 3 here. Multiply those two. So we have 2x times 3, which is 6x. And finally we have inner, which is 3 and 2x. 2x, and 3 times 2 is 6 times x, and finally we have last. So that's the last term of each of the factors, and that's 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Okay, good. So now we have all these terms, and we just add all these terms up. So we get 4x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 9. Okay, so 4x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 9. And then we could combine these two terms here to get plus 12x. And just bring down the other terms. And this is the expanded form. Now, there's a slightly quicker way to do this question when there are two of the same factors that are being multiplied. So in other words, when there's a factor that's being squared, there's a sneaky little trick to go about doing this in a slightly quicker way. It's a little tricky, but if you get the hang of this trick, it might help you save some time. So I'm just going to introduce it to you and do like 1 or 2 examples with it. So let's actually use this example. So we have 2x plus 3 squared. So first you want to square the first term. So first square the first term. Okay. Now to square the first term, we just do 2x. The whole thing has to be squared, the whole term, and we square that. And so then 2 squared is 4 times x squared. So we have 4x squared. Then next, we add 2 times the product of each of the terms. So we have 2x and 3. So we for this one we get 2 times 2x times 3. Okay, and that's 2 times 2, which is 4, times 3, which is 12, times x. Finally, square the second term. So that's just 3 squared. Okay. So, and then after we do that, add up all the terms. Okay, so then we get 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. And indeed, that should be the same answer that we got using the FOIL method. Okay. Now, why can we do this trick when the factor is squared, the binomial factor is squared? Well, as you can see, when we were doing the FOIL method, the outside, the inside were exactly the same here. So that basically meant that we multiplied 2 times each the first factor, and then the second, the first term and the second term. So we multiplied the product of those two by 2. So as a result, we multiplied 2 times the first term times the second term. Okay, so that's just sort of quick rationale as to how it works. So let me do one more example just to make it a little clearer. So let's have 2x minus 3 squared. Okay, so first square the first term. So that is 2x squared, which is 2 times 2, which is 4, times x squared. Second, add 2 times the product of each of the terms. So that's 2 times 2x. And be careful here. It's times negative 3. And that's 2 times 2, which is 4, times negative 3, which is negative 12. times x, and finally square the second term, and it's the quantity -3 squared, and that is equal to +9. So we add all these terms up, and we get 4x squared minus 12x minus 9. So, oh, sorry, plus 9. And this is almost exactly the same as this, except for this minus sign here. And so I just wanted to demonstrate that where the minus sign might come in. Okay, so this concludes this video, and I'll be continuing with more examples on some applications of FOIL.